Almost every song where we're in the room just playing really loud, and and after that, you go through their recordings and say, "Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. I'll keep that one." And on tonight, Mick Jagger breaks high salons to tell us about the biggest songwriting steal of all time. Lisbon's semi-sing night is full of loud guitars and an excited crowd. The people have no idea they're about to hear a story of betrayal that forever hurt rock history. Quiet Broken Bee, a guitar part nobody expected. 4 hard notes didn't come from the Stones. They were taken from Andrew Oldme's secret band. They cut deep, twisting familiar rock into a dark Catches bowl. Mick's blood got hot as he found out his famous thunder had been stolen and changed. When Richard Dashcroft rushed in, eyes burning with desperate wanting, he asked for the stolen guitar part like it was Alaflane. Mick's heart pounded in his ears at how bold the request was. A ghost melody ripped from the Stones' sound history. In that burning moment, Mick and Keith made a choice that would start legend and argument at the summertime. They ripped open the iron safe off rock history and made a wild deal. Half the fame, half the money. The ink barely dried on the bloody paper when raw guitar fire crashed into rich orchestra passion. An explosive mix that burned itself into the heart of every listener. It was a bet sitting on a knife's edge, every chord hammered with wild anger. Every growing string part whispered of forbidden power. Together they made an anthem dripping with ruthless energy, chaining to worlds in an exciting whirlwind. Yet blind to the betrayal, that waited just beyond the final note. A shocking quiet fell over Pacadorinas as the Verve's version shot up the charts like a rocket on fire. Thunderroushers shook the night sky. Yet beneath happiness lurked a deadly silence. Agatharing storm no one saw coming. Infancy boardrooms far below the stage, legal killers sharpened their pens, plotting to rip the win from its creators. On stage, Mick's heart pounded like a war drum. He watched thousands weigh in joy, unaware of the knife's edge beneath their feet. Every burning guitar part and soaring chorus carried a secret warning. The biggest threat would arrive not on stage, but inside. Cold, clean courtrooms. Bright lights bathed the crowd in golden glory, but in Mick's chest, fear coiled like a snake. Each winning roar was oversuited by the weight of ink-stained contracts. Silent war machines re-dido crushed the artistry they claimed. To protect. The celebration of success, the tightening rope of betrayal, setting the scene for an all-out war over soul of a song. The storm broke without warning. Alan Klein, once sworn friend, showed his true colors with a ruthless lawsuit that slammed into the music world like a bomb. Overnight, the Verve shooting rise was hijacked by legal vultures. Every winning beat Beckham, a ticking clock toward ruin. We said, well, which ones do we like? Which ones do we think that'll fit on this record that Charlie's in? And we finished those. And so we picked these two tracks we picked for Mick Jagger's anger caught fire. His name was painted onto a song he never made. His thunderous roar reduced to echoes in a courtroom filled with vultures in his suits. Music's glory changed into savage battle cries as accusers unleashed charges of lies and theft. Hospitals of justice be camarinas of pain, where contracts cut deeper than any guitar riff. Mick watched his legacy bleed through ink-stained documents, feeling betrayals sharp as broken glass beneath the spotlight. The clapping that once fooled his soul turned into a haunting reminder in the heart of rock. Glory may be shouted from the stage, but true victorious written in cold, unfeeling contracts. When Bittersweet Symphony explodes across the radio waves, it tore through the music world like a storm unleashed. Crowds roared its name. Radio waves burned with its melody, and charts bowed before its power. Yet beneath this winning roar lay a festering wound. Mixed victory poisoned by stolen credit. Every chorus became a cruel joke as the world hailed a masterpiece, credit to names that never crafted a single note. Joy crashed with rage, every brass swell ringing with the bitterness of unfairness. In arenas packed with loving fans, mixed fists clenched at the edge of the stage, the thrill of success shadowed by the agony of betrayal. In that cooking pot of emotion, triumph and pain fused into a searing anthem. The song's soaring strings mandate celebration, but every pulse throbbed with the knowledge that greatness had been hijacked. It was a victory soaked in ash, a testament to the ruthless underbelly of rock. And yet, the flame of that anthem refused to die. It burned brighter in defiance of corrupt contracts, its raw spirit refusing to bow. An unending gauntlet of legal warfare stretched into decades. Each court date, a fresh wound. Shadows of Alan Klein's legacy lingered in every hallway, his successors gnawing over ink-stained contracts as if rows of type could claim a mulatto Saul. Mick watched credits slip through calloused fingers, the song's thunder raging his frustration across empty chambers of justice. Every ruling carved deeper, scars into Rock's raw heart. The roar of the crowd could not drown out the hollow clatter of gavels. Appeal-sand negotiations became rituals of hope and despair, a never-ending journey for recognition that burned brighter than any spotlight. Then, in a fierce twist of fate in 2019, a reluctant pen scrolled Ashcroft's name back on Teeth's credits, restoring future royalties. Yet the sunken treasure of past earnings remained lost, a ghost ship forever adrift. In the dim glow behind the curtain, the real architects of that fateful riff awaken. Nick McCabe, haunted by the memory of his strings soaring into stadiums uncredited. Possession, empty theaters, feeling the roar that was never his. Across the ocean, David Whittaker clashes with dusty contractages, each clause a razor edge threatening to sever his symphonic creation from history. Within Thevos, Andrew Oldme's estate rises like your ghost, brandishing legal tones stained with decades. Old signatures, their demands echo through silent boardrooms, accusing Mick and Richard of stealing echoes that were never meant. Tobe plundered. Night after night, these unseen figures waged their solitary battles, voices silenced and headland aside, deafening in their anger. Their anguish forms a chorus of ghosts demanding justice. The guitarist Hosewheat shaped the swelling strings. Thranger, whose notes painted haunting crescendos, and the producer whose vision remained buried beneath steel fences of bureaucracy. Together, they stand in stark contrast to Thelemlight's glamour. Beyond one stolen riff lies a battlefield sprawled across decades, in glass citadels high above smoky clubs. Managers and publishers stent armor of fine suits and wield fountain pens like bayonets, ready to charge the unsuspecting artist. Think of Marvin Gaye, his music torn apart long after his song left his lips. Estetevers's empire in a ruthless scramble for every scattered cent. Now, fast forward to today's streaming coliseums. One viral sample can trigger a landmine of lawsuits, detonating careers overnight in this merciless war zone. Every beat, every hook, every word becomes a pawn in a high-stakes gamble. Credit transfermento currency, legalese into telling traps. Guerrilla generals in boardroom searchest ambushes that strip creators of their victories, leaving them wounded in the shadows. No stage thunder, no doering crowd can shield a songwriter when pen and paper become weapons. From the smoky soul of yesterday to the blistering riffs of tomorrow, this warage is on. Artists fighting unseen battles far from the spotlight, determined to reclaim the glory that was never theirs to lose. In the eerie glow, fading stage lights, the final chord hangs in the air like a challenge. MC Jagger's heart pounds with righteous fury. This is no graceful curtain call, but a defiant roar echoing down the halls of injustice. Each note trembles with the weight of battles waged in shadowed boardrooms and midnight courtrooms where the fate of creative cells was traded like mere currency. Tonight, that trembling chord carries theskers of betrayal and the fire of survival. It speaks of a pact broken up thunderous applause that once rang hollow and of stolen credit that Bruised's very essence of rock. But it also celebrates an indomitable spirit, an unbreakable vow that artistry will outlive any contract's cold ink. Behind every echo lies a story of sacrifice and resurgence, unseen craftsmen clawing for recognition. A young guitarist strings woven into global legend and a visionary frontman refusing to bow to greed. This symphony of triumph and treachery converges here in the space between sound and silence where truth refuses to fade. So let the last chord linger a blazing testament to the power of authentic voice. Let it stand as a beacon to all creators. Number. Agreement, no lawsuit. No shadow can ever extinguish flame of true rock rebellion fade to black on that defiant note, leaving the world charged with the echo of uncompromised passion.